Well, it is a club no one opts to be in, a category no parent wants to be a part of. Losing a child is unthinkable. My two next guests have lived through this. Sherry Melnichuk and Michelle Lechner are here to share their stories. Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Sherry, let's start with you. Let's talk about little Ava.
So Ava was diagnosed with AML, type of leukemia, when she was 1 month before she turned 2, and battled the disease off and on, went to Calgary for a bone marrow transplant, and unfortunately she lost her life 2 months before she would have been 5, so she was just 4.5.
Tough time for your family. I mean, anyone sitting here watching this, their heart goes out to you. There was a pediatric memorial following that in Calgary that you went to. Just kind of speak about how that helped you and your family.
So because we were involved with the Alberta Children's Hospital in Calgary, we got an invitation to attend the memorial, and we were very interested in attending. It was a very powerful service to have Ava's picture there, to have her name spoken, to have a candle lit. It was also very emotional and very difficult at the same time, but that's also an important part of the journey and the healing process.
Different than a funeral?
Yes, because we were gathered there with other parents and families of other children who had passed away, so it was a different sort of emotion than a funeral service.
Well, there's a similar event happening here in Regina this Sunday at the Wascana Rehab Center. This is the first time that we're going to have a pediatric memorial service here in our city. Michelle, your son was older when he passed away. Maybe give us a little bit of his story.
Yeah, Michael was 16. He passed away. He was killed in a car accident 22 days before his 17th birthday. He was T-boned out by Balgoni when he was crossing the #1 highway. Semi was coming towards him. A cube van decided to pass the semi, which he didn't see, and the cube van killed him there. So it's been definitely a bad area and a bad, we've had a few deaths out that way. So we're trying to, one of the passions that I have that I've grown is since Michael's passing, and I don't want it in vain, because we've lost so many other lives, we're working on getting the highways better for other people. The community's growing, so we really want to make something better. So to help me through the bad times and my tears, I work on making things better, and that's the way my son would like it.
We think about this memorial coming up. I mean, this is the first time we're going to have here. You are both part of the organizing committee. Talk about the support a little bit, Michelle, in terms of what that means to you as a parent that has lost a child.
Your support, there is a lot of support out there if you know where to look. Sherry and I have bonded. We didn't even know each other 3 months ago, and it's been a great situation. You walk into a room and all of a sudden there is a connection. If I walk into the room with you, you wouldn't know what to say. You don't know how to deal with me.
I think that's what a lot of people feel like. They don't know what to do.
Exactly. And it's hard on them. I'll be the first one to say, I understand, but you know who your friends are and you know who your family is when it comes to something like this. I'd never wish it on anybody, but there is support and there is a lot of care and there is a lot of love out there. We just have to learn and find out where it is, and that's what we're about.
Sure, we have about 15 seconds. I want to ask, what would you say to a parent sitting out there debating about coming on Sunday? I
would definitely suggest coming, even though it would be difficult and emotional. I just feel that that is an important part of the journey, and it's hard, but it's a good place to go and to have your child remembered, because we all just love talking about our kids, even though they're not here with us. We'll talk about them always.
Still special. Again, if your family member needs, you or a family member needs to be there, happening at the Wascana Rehab for the first time ever, 2 o'clock, Pediatric Memorial. Thank you, ladies, for coming in and sharing your stories.
Thanks you
for having us.